What does the movie The Bling Ring and Juicy Couture have in common? Lights, camera, action. The Bling Ring, directed by Sofia Coppola, is underrated. If you read reviews online, you can see that the opinions of the movie are very mixed. Bling Ring is about a group of California teenagers that enter and exit Hollywood houses without permission, taking many things with them. It's a string of people stealing things around houses. I don't know if I'm allowed to say certain words, so I'm just trying to censor myself. There's a really good Mila Tequila video detailing the entirety of the events. I highly recommend watching this video. I'll link it below. I love this movie so much. I love the soundtrack. They're playing Azalea Banks in the club. They're playing MIA's Bad Girls. I think the reason this movie is a little off-putting is because of the tone of the movie. It's a very flat movie, lots of silences, and not much is happening. Very little close-ups, and you feel like you're observing these kids rather than it filmed like a movie. This movie is not cinematic. Even if the story sounds cinematic, this movie is not cinematic at all. The dialogue is a bit awkward. These characters are all surprisingly bland. There's not much emotion at all in this movie, but I think it works so well because these kids are so entranced by the glamour that they see online. The monotony of this movie kind of deglamorizes the idea of glamour, if it makes sense. Like, they're in a closet full of Birkins, but to us it just looks like a closet full of bags. That's why I like Sofia Coppola movies. Her movies really make me think about perspective and how stories are told. I wanted to point out this picture of Emma Watson behind the scenes of the movie. I love the Uggs and Juicy Couture combo. It's such a funny and cute photo. She wears this tracksuit later in the movie, and it's one of the most striking outfits in the entire movie. In the early 2000s, Juicy Couture was the ultimate celebrity outfit. It was a status symbol. It was worn by the likes of Paris Hilton, Britney Spears, and Lindsay Lohan. The latter two are victims of the Bling Ring's stealings. I think the Juicy Couture tracksuit is such an interesting piece of fashion history because it's something that is expensive but not totally out of people's price ranges. In the 2000s, a set was about $150, so while it could be the most expensive thing you buy that year, it's also very rewearable and justifies the cost because of its functionality. You can wear it for almost any occasion. In my opinion, it's one of the first status symbol clothings that almost anyone can buy. I feel like this became much more of a trend in the 90s and 2000s. It's not really about like how prestigious or how hard it is to buy this outfit. It's more about this message you're sending by choosing to wear this outfit, because these tracksuits were everywhere. They were very ubiquitous. It's maybe not as much about exclusivity, but having the means and the boldness to wear something like this. One day I want to buy a Juicy Couture tracksuit just for the memorabilia, but it would look ridiculous to be wearing this out in 2025. Did you know Juicy Couture had a runway show? They had a one-time fashion show in fall 2018, and the results were interesting. There's a lot of two-piece velour sets, lots of silk jammies, cheetah prints, joggers. It's definitely focused on fashion meets comfort, and it's very inspired by the 2010s like hype beast fashion. This runway is fascinating. It's such an eclectic group of clothing that you wouldn't expect to see with each other. Like in this outfit, she's wearing a pink sparkly turtleneck, cherry red puffer jacket, velour pants, sparkly clutch, and heels. It's just like it's just mixing so many different types of casual and evening wears that it's very striking to me. It's kind of weird, but it's cool. So I recommend looking through pictures of this fashion show. But I feel like no one highlighted enough that a group of 15-year-olds were literally entering and exiting Hollywood mansions by celebrities, but I think we didn't highlight that a pack of 15-year-olds were able to enter and exit Hollywood mansions with like $30,000 of clothing and jewelry and not get caught. And they did this all using keys under the mat and Facebook statuses from online. I don't know, it makes you think that maybe status and unattainability are a fickle concept, almost like they're completely man-made. I think this movie shows that. This is just something to think about, but definitely check out this movie if you're into like Juicy Couture, early 2000s fashion, and a little bit of celebrity history. Alright, that's my episode of Camera to Couture. Thanks for watching.